Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to ROC episode 28. It's time to roll the next opening. Here we go. 6 is 335. And here we go. It's the tricky Taisha again. And let's see how we do. So, we're going to start with the rotating 3-5 as usual. Wow, this is not the first time I've encountered this. White directly playing the star point. White does get a little awkward here though, because when you extend out, black just has much better shape. If you compare the efficiency locally, white has 6 points, but black has like nearly 10. So this can't be a good exchange for white. Interesting. White actually just tanuki'd after playing that. So I'm just going to take a profit here. My opponent seems to be quite stubborn here. Yeah, okay. So it seems like all corners have been settled. White did get gote here in the top left as well. So this seems to be pretty good for black as well. And after this, we're just gonna play casual. This is actually a good example of just kind of taking things slow and steady. So I'm gonna use this opportunity to illustrate how you kind of play relatively straightforward and win a game. So I made these turns because they actually put a lot of pressure on the white 2 stones. So it allows me to play a move like this, where I can actually just completely take the territory. Might have been better to, yeah, it would have been better to diagonal. Why? I don't know why I played the second line move. Okay. So that's nice. It's quite rare for this series to have such a relatively casual game. It's nice. I'm not complaining. I think I really want a Hane. I didn't fully read it out, but it seems okay because white has a pretty big weakness. I actually got caught off guard a little bit because now if I protect, I barely gain anything. I should have made the throw in earlier. Is that it? This result is not it's not great. Yeah, pretty much all I can do is pull back because now I actually threaten the 4 stones, but it's not that big right now, unfortunately. So my execution here wasn't too good. I was looking at the connecting die here, which still exists, but it's not that big. But I still have to do it because it actually makes my group kind of strong. So yeah, the result here is I just captured the 4 stones in gote and got a little bit of territory here. White is kind of comfortable though. I'm just gonna capture the 4 stones just to finish off what I was doing. Yeah, let's do something here and then Hane again. Oh, Hane under. Huh. It my execution in this game has been kind of weird. It's not really gaining that much in these shape places, so my opponent's been dealing with these quite well. Okay, so this is fine. I gained something at least. Got to descend here for the territory and ice base. There's that cut right now. I don't really feel like protecting it though. Okay, so because I did the probe earlier, I was able to get some extra points here. I think I can let white Hane. Yeah, in this type of middle, you don't really gain any points. So white trying to gain some points in the center, it's not really gonna happen. And I think I'll just. This is not small. It puts a little bit of pressure on white, so later on I can actually do some forcing moves and gain extra points there. I think attaching makes sense. This game is nice. This is such a casual game where we're just trying to get points. Yeah, fine. I'll just capture this. Now it's kind of looking like what might have something big, but it's super hard to develop. There's just so many black stones on the top, and which makes it kind of easy for black to reduce. I can even connect now and not worry about this, or I can Atari. Maybe I'll just connect. I've actually got quite a few discussions on this. Some of my students have been asking me about kind of like generally how you reduce the center, and it's actually pretty hard to explain because it's not something you can comment on generally. But I will say that weak groups matter a lot. If there are sente moves for one player, reducing something like this is directly affected. But if you go into situations where there are any weak groups, the center is pretty much just useless space. You'll never actually make any points in the center. Yeah, so white can get all the peeps they want, but now you can see like black is pushed in, and white's kind of just yeah, white has to block from every direction. It's not a difficult concept, but actually like playing the moves is kind of hard. So the first tip is you always stay connected. Don't risk stuff. So part of this is like reading accurately where your opponent can try to cut you. So that's quite an important area. I think I'm just gonna push and cut this. I'm just gonna cut here first, and then I'll push and cut. Then I can make some Atari moves. So white has to extend now, and then can I Hane? It's too much to read. I'll just extend. I think that's good enough. White's also under some pressure from before on the top, which means I should be able to get like a center diagonal at least if white ignores. I guess it didn't really count that much in this game, but I don't think it's super necessary. I'm not sure what white is trying to threaten with that, because I'm all connected, so that's not quite the biggest end game right now. Let's threaten the top group to get some more points. Yeah, just playing moves to get points here and there. Again, I'm not really aiming for anything. Well, depends on how my opponent responds, obviously. Okay, so I can wedge, but it's gonna actually get rid of the Aji. I think I'll cut white off and get white to live on the top. Okay, let me pull this back. White pretty much has to play one of those moves. Sure, I'll respond to this. Is this an easy kill? It should be. Yep, should be an easy kill. Alright, so I think it's time to summarize a little bit about this game. It was a pretty stable game. Nothing too much happened, but one key thing is that white actually played very slow in the very beginning. White tried to avoid the complicated variations, which allowed black to gain a fairly big advantage. Black had 3 corners to start and approached the final corner, while white just had a few like not very good side extensions. So that kind of game is pretty hard to play because white was behind pretty much the whole time. And then the stable game evolved into just players getting more points. Then white tried to get a moyo, right? And this moyo is kind of interesting. It was really hard to build, and we can see that white tried to gain some things in the center by just pure moves. And when the game is like that, it's very hard to actually develop something in the center, which we saw in this game. If there was no weak groups for black, all you had to do is push in from all directions a little bit and make sure you're connected. So great, let's roll the next opening. See what we get. Ah, that's convenient. 4-5 next. And here we go. Quite a dynamic start. I think I forgot to show the wins for the previous count, but it was 12 and it was 13 after I got that win. This kind of thing. Interesting. Let me just do the other corner first, and then maybe we'll decide to continue. Oh. Interesting. My opponent's gonna just leave that stone there. Okay, then I'll take the other one. Okay, what can I do to white in this kind of shape? Okay, I guess I have to play the large knights move because everyone does after this. I did talk about this before, if you're relatively new to the channel. I talked about this quite a lot, this large knights move. And white played the correct move technically. But maybe in this case it's not so good. Because that stone is kind of just in the middle of nowhere. Okay, let me finish off the stone in the top right. It's kind of like an interesting, weird Tanuki kind of game. Okay. I need to respond because I don't really want white to attack too severely. Maybe I played a little too heavy here. I was looking at some cutting points, but the attachments doesn't really work here, so it's probably not worth this really bad shape. Wow, white's kind of aggressive here. I'm gonna try and extend because I want white to exchange this Atari. Wait. What? White had to exchange the Atari and Tanuki. In this case, I just laddered the stones. That's not very good fighting by white, I guess. If white cut and connected, then I would have to probably just directly capture. Does this break the ladder? Just capture. Capturing this is worth the move anyway, because well, the next move I can just separate the white groups, and that's worth also a lot. Now white's pretty much already lost the game. I mean, after getting this, it's pretty hard to lose a game like that. Okay. I don't really want white to capture the stone. Maybe I'll just capture this. Yeah, and then I don't need to respond to that. Let's go to capture, and also I can cut and sacrifice, so escaping is not urgent for me. Okay, so now that's probably Gote. That's urgent. I guess nothing's like super urgent. Maybe I'll just block this just to finish this stone off. I wanted to activate a little bit of potential on the side, but without this move I couldn't, since white can jump out and extend. So now I have some potential here. This is also going to make white a little weird when trying to live this. And here white comes. So that's not a bad move actually. I think I should honey on the outside. I don't want to just let white come out. And after this move, white doesn't directly live. It's still a ko in the corner. Okay. I guess this is okay for white. Okay, I'll just let white live. I was thinking of playing the Tiger's Mouth, and then it would still be a ko, but I don't think it's a ko that I would really fight. So I decided to just let white live. Now the drawback with this is that even though it gets Sunday, it's actually not that strong. So that's a little bit annoying. Okay, well, white just actually helped me fix that a little bit. Okay. So I bet white's gonna keep invading. And this is another attack lesson, I guess. We get to see how we should attack these kind of groups. Okay, so the first thing is, do I need to respond to that? And I think the answer is no. I mean, even if white connects and lives, I probably don't want to play there. Huh. Okay, I gotta just Atari this. Yeah, the right side's not big. If white lives, I also get to do something to the corner. So in all, like, it's kind of small. Okay, interesting. Might as well just capture this. I'm kind of tempted to capture this. I think it's the best Aji, and it's still pretty awkward for white. So there's a cut now. So white can't really extend here, so white kind of has to Tiger's Mouth first. And that's kind of damaging to the corner. And I can actually already diagonal and clamp. That would also make the corner kind of awkward. Yeah, so I can actually attach first and then diagonal. Huh. Okay. Do I take the corner? I think I can just enclose. I mean, all of these are sente moves, so it's pretty much gonna have close to 0 points. Something like that. Now, it's still non-trivial whether or not white lives on the right side. Because of how strong black locally is, when black attacks this, it's not, I don't actually see two eyes yet. Oh, I can play here, I guess. So what am I saying? Yeah, it's not like the regular 7 shape. Oh, interesting. So I can't really Hane and Atari. But is it really alive? Oh, I can descend there. Yep, so of course I need to clamp this to get rid of that eye. Yeah, I doubt I can clean kill this. Now, this doesn't look very good for white. Actually, this is clean death right here. Why is white threatening my middle? I captured a Panuki here. It's like the definition of strong. Yeah, this is officially dead. But before the connection, I'm pretty sure white's alive. Yeah, now it's just 6, so it's already dead. The annoying thing about this is like this Atari is sente for white now because white's dead. Oh, that's annoying. Well, so the story of this game has got to be the ladder thing in the center. That was just too good for black. Yeah, and then after that, I don't think white really could have done anything. Now white's probably going to try to cut something, but also white barely has any liberties and super tight on liberties in the middle. I'm pretty sure this is Gote. I'll just connect this to be safe. Okay, there's like some extension here or something. No, why even needs the sand in the corner? So now the corner is gonna die. I was so dumb and forgot to unmute my microphone after I did the fast forwarding, so none of the clips I recorded after had audio. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to continue on the Kobayashi account, except now there's going to be 2 extra wins, one on the Kobayashi and one on the 446. I will see you in the next game with Kobayashi. And after that endeavor, we are back with Kobayashi count. We've got 16 wins now. Yeah, it was unfortunate because, you know, the 446 count, it's just 1 win until 7 dan. So I wanted to kind of leave that as an ending clip, but I had to mess up there. So a bit of frustrating, but what can you do? Anyway, so let's get back to the go. My opponent didn't let me play the Kobayashi opening, so we have to play the double approach. And, oh, okay. So this is just the pretty casual result. Oh, this is not the right move, actually. I think the Hane is quite big. Oh, I should have Hane directly. Okay. What do we do now in the opening? I think if I extend on top, it's a nice little probe. Yeah, after black pulls back, then I'm gonna try the this 1 space high. I don't really want to pincer because black is just gonna diagonal. But yeah, if I play here, black doesn't really have like an obvious next move. So here it makes sense for white to play the knight's move because the ladder, black doesn't really have a ladder breaker here. Oh, this is kind of interesting. So black is playing the attachment, of course, to threaten to... If I diagonal, black is going to double Tiger's Mouth. That's a pretty good strategy there. It's a little awkward. I still want to Hane though. If black wedges, I think I'm just going to connect. If black captures the center, then I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff anymore. And then I can just invade the right side. So I think this trade is still fairly good for white. The 2 stones, I don't want to escape now, but I have some senti moves. So I think it's a pretty good result for white. Okay, now after this invasion, black is gonna have to find some way to deal with it. Yeah, I can't let black sabaki too easily, so I kind of need to watch my moves. I need to make sure that black can't just easily deal with either of those groups. Even if black sacrifices one, I still have to keep the other group heavy. So hopefully I can do that. Wow, this is an interesting result. I'm gonna crosscut and start the ko. Is black going to... Oh, black directly Haned. Now, that is smart. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I've got more co-threads. It looks kind of terrible, but I guess it's not as bad as it looks. White can still come back and use it after. It shouldn't be as bad as it looks. I can still connect. I'm going to extend this out. I'm definitely going to have more co-threads, that's for sure. Yeah, now I'm definitely not responding. So this is much different because even though black escapes, I still gained a lot of value here, and I can still Hane. Yeah, I can still Hane this. Gotta connect back now, and then black is gonna double Atari. So I can leave it like that, and then first deal with this left side. And hopefully at the end of this variation, I won't lose that much. It would be kind of nice. Oh man. I'm gonna have to extend. I can't double Hane. Well, locally it's... Yeah, it's like not the best, but I guess it's okay. It's a kind of annoying shape here for white. Yeah. Okay, now that's definitely Gote. I'm not responding to that. Okay, so well, let's continue the fight on the top right. Well, there's not really any value in Haning, but I did lure my opponent to cut, so it actually turned out to be some value for that. Yeah, forcing, well, tempting my opponent to cut, I guess. That's kind of funny. So after that, I guess I can just jump. And if my opponent ignores, I can get a Sente extension, I guess. Or I can just capture this. But either way, I'm going to have to fix the push and cut before I do anything to black. This actually turned out to be a fairly long game here. My opponent's quite strong, actually. They're playing quite well here. Just trying to get as much value as I can. a little annoying for me, but I think I'll just connect and keep black weak. Yeah, I'm gonna keep annoying black. Hopefully they'll feel annoyed. Black connected, so I'm gonna just extend then. So that's probably a bad move, because after I peep, this whole group is not alive. And that means black will have to pay more to connect and keep going. Okay. Gonna have to get a little creative here. Well, so much for creative. It's the boring move. I can actually just kill black here, but what is black trying to do with his attachment? I don't quite get this move. This seems to be quite good for me. Am I happy with just capturing this? I guess, yeah, it's quite big territory. Can't complain. Well, now I'm very tempted to play this move, because it's just this move is so big for the outside. This is still a ko, and I just play like random moves in the center, and they're all sente. So yeah, black definitely needed to finish what they were doing there. Oh, so this is not a big deal. I just connect this. Black owes like a billion moves in the middle. Wait, isn't black... Doesn't black need to escape? Or something? This is pretty much dead. So black played quite a good game. Didn't find too many mistakes in this game until black started to play this fight, and we can see that from this fight white did gain quite a bit. Just block. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Well, I can capture or connect. Which one's cleaner? Maybe connection? Maybe connecting is a bit cleaner. Wow. I think black is just trying too hard now. Yep. Okay. Wow. This is quite a fun game, actually. I'm glad we're ending on this, because this is a very interesting game. So something happened on the right side that I wanted to talk a little bit about. So first, this is an interesting move. My opponent is very creative in their move choice. So if white diagonaled here, black is going to play the double tiger's mouth, and then black is going to escape. So I had to actually choose this trade. I was pretty happy with it. And then this fight happened. I tried a little too hard here, trying to make co-threats. I'm not really too comfortable with the estimate of how much I lost compared to how much I gained. So kind of hard to say. That's why I didn't feel like I was super ahead. I'm not sure what the actual win rate is or what the actual situation is. After this, yeah, so this was a big mistake. Black should have just made the eye. This group being alive makes everything else easier to play. So if Black lived, I think White should be still ahead, but probably not by a lot. So this had to be a very important move. And then I tried to get a little fancy with the Hane and kind of forcing, maybe there's like an Atari and nose to Suji, something like that. That would be pretty fun to play in a game, but I decided to just play the normal one, and if Black escaped, I'll just capture the stone and gain some profit here. So that was my goal. But then Black kind of played a little strange. Black was trying to get everything, and this Atari was definitely not necessary. Black should just connect it and extend it, and then get that right before the Liberty Reduction moves. So that wasn't that good for Black. And then, yeah, this was already finished. Interesting, fairly strong opponent, and that led to a very interesting game. Cool, so I think I'm going to leave it at that and roll the next opening. And we have Sauronsei. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, be sure to drop a like or leave a comment, and I will catch you in the next one.